we got her out. Hey, come here. Hey guys, welcome back to Werner Farms. It's been way too long since I've done this, since, I don't know, when was the last video? December 11th? 13th? I don't know. Pretty much all of December, to fill you guys in, all of December we were working down on Grandma's on that woods. There's probably about 1.5 acres left. There is a reason why I did not do videos on that. I'm not going to elaborate on that. January pretty much summed up meetings after meetings after meetings, and February just went by way too fast. So today is March 1st and we're getting the planter out. Dad's headed over right behind me right now. I'm headed over to the farm to move some stuff out of the shed. That way we can get the planter pulled in the shed and backed in the shop. Believe it or not, our 40 by 60 shop, we can actually get the planter completely unfolded in the shop, so I will have a little time lapse for you guys on that. And basically right now it's probably going on 3:30, maybe closer to 4 o'clock. What we were hoping to do was to get the planter completely knocked out today, but some things happening today and we're not going to be able to get that done. So the plan is to at least get the planter in the shop and at least start working on it a little bit, and then finish it up tomorrow and get the in-furrow tank on the 4650. And basically, as far as planter maintenance goes, it just needs chains, a couple new things that we're going to add to it, and also bean meters, which I will be talking about in a little bit. And believe it or not, we still have 500 more units of corn yet to come, and 700 more units of beans yet to come. Let's hope the 4430 decides to start. Possibly, probably not tomorrow, but we're hoping probably Tuesday we're going to start getting seed out, because we really need to start getting the seed moved out of here because we're running out of shed space in there. Like I said a long time ago, probably in some videos early last spring, we really need to eventually look at, if we continue to grow our seed sales, which we are, a seed warehouse. My thought is basically somewhere devote the rest of this to shop and finish a shop out. So we didn't get the planter in here yesterday afternoon like what we wanted to, because yesterday we had to do some stuff in the afternoon and also do some stuff this morning. But as far as maintenance goes on the planter, really we just need to replace the chains here in the transmission, along with all these chains here for the meters, for the meter drives. And that's basically it for maintenance besides greasing everything. Some new stuff that we're gonna add to the planter this year. Nothing fancy and expensive though, like V-drives or Delta Force, which I really want, even though we actually run Air Force, which is basically the middle of the road between spring downforce and Delta Force, which is hydraulic downforce. This is air downforce or air suspension downforce, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it Air Force. Basically, this is just an airbag suspension that runs off of that air compressor right over there, the 2020 Air Force. So, but eventually I would love to put electric drives, V-drives from Precision Planting along with Delta Force on here, along with a whole pile of other parts from Precision Planting, but probably not on this planter. What we ordered from Shoop, we've got soybean meters in here. Why do we have soybean meters for a corn planter? We talked with our soil guys from over in Illinois that we work with, and basically we laid it out to them that we want 75 plus bushel beans, because 65, 70, that seems to be the catch-all for all the beans in the area, especially under irrigation. And that doesn't cut it for irrigated beans, at least for us and a lot of guys in the area. So we told them that we want 75 plus bushel beans, and the first thing they said was drag the planter out and plant beans in 30-inch rows. Since I've been alive, we've always drilled the beans with the drill in 7.5-inch rows. Now, a long time before we had the drill, we planted the beans in 30-inch rows. But since I've been alive, we've always drilled them. So this will be totally new for me, having beans in 30-inch rows. We're going to take the big irrigator field, what we call irrigator 143, and a field down on Marks is probably that field north of 1250, and plant those two fields in 30-inch rows. Now the plan is then, in conjunction with an upcoming purchase that I made or am making, is that we're going to switch from running anhydrous to 28. So that's kind of part of this whole 30-inch row idea, is that we're going to run the side dress wide drops on a 28 applicator instead of the Coulter design. So instead of being 15 inches away from the rows, we're going to be right there, placing it right there at the row. So not only are we going to wide drop the corn, but we're going to wide drop soybeans also. As far as how many applications go on the beans, I think we're gonna do 2, if not 3 applications with the wide drop. I'm not sure if we're doing any fertigation applications on the irrigated field, because one of those two fields, the big irrigator field obviously has the irrigator on it. The field on Marx's does not, so we might actually do a fertigation pass also. So another thing that we bought for the planter, we actually bought these down at the National Farm Machinery Show from Copperhead Ag. These are the gauge wheel scrapers, or what they call mud scrapers, and you can see a picture of them right there. Basically, why we bought these is because we have a slight issue of just having some dirt build up on the gauge wheels, and especially last year with non-ideal planting conditions, we had a slight issue on that. So this is just going to help minimize the dirt buildup on the gauge wheels and help keep them cleaner. Supposedly, Dad said sometime today we were getting a load of seed. Not sure when, but eventually they're supposed to be here. Another little side project that we're working on is rebuilding the knife bank on the 690. Just waiting for some parts, and that'll finally be finished up and we can get that put back on the combine. Not yet. Okay.
Fast.
Come on. There we go. So we got all the chains on for the meters. Both transmissions are half done. We need another chain for both of them, so tomorrow we need to go over to John Deere and get some more chain. So I did end up putting together one of these soybean meters on one of the boxes, and what we're missing is a flex coupler so that this meter disc can be engaged and meter the seed. We assumed when we ordered these that since it did not say anything about needing the flex coupler, that the flex coupler came with the meter, like it was a complete kit, and it does not, and it's actually an extra $26 a piece, and you can actually order them from John Deere for $33 a piece. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna order 16 of them, take the ones off the corn meters, and put the corn meter ones on this and put the new ones on the corn meters, because we would rather put the new ones on the corn meters because that's primarily what's going to be run on the planter to begin with. So the plan tomorrow then, more than likely, unless something changes, finish the transmissions up, probably put those meters together on those boxes and get those ready. So all we got to do then is add the flex couplers. Right now, in the bottom of these tanks, there's a 5/16 hole drilled that's actually bigger than what it is stock. And we're having a slight issue with equalizing these tanks. We are going to be doing some modifications to a tender setup for the liquid fertilizer for both the planter and a new project coming for this year for side dress. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up taking all 8 of these all apart and drilling these out to 1/2 inch to help equalize the flow a little bit better between the tanks, and also be a little bit easier on filling from running a 2-inch pump to now this year we're going to be running a 3-inch pump for filling. So which we do have a reason why we're going to 3-inch over the 2-inch like what we've typically run on the tender setup that we have now, which you guys know for the past, since 2007, so the past 13 years, I think, 2007 or 2009, so 11 to 13 years we've run that aluminum tanker, and we are decommissioning that aluminum tanker this year. As far as what we're going to do with it, not entirely sure yet, but we are decommissioning that. We are no longer going to use that for tending the planter or tending any other liquid products through that. So we are going to, like I said, decommission that and be done with that, and build a new tender setup, which I will have videos on that. Kyle said he supposedly will be able to come and pick that up in Detroit Friday, so hopefully nothing changes on his end and he's able to get that brought back over here from Detroit, and we can get to work on that next week, hopefully, if not sooner than that. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and a lot of exciting things coming to the farm this year, a few new purchases, and a lot of changes coming to the farm. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys in the next video.